Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we're diving deep into the world of like a true digital pioneer. Zoe Sugg, also known as Zoella. You're going to uncover how she built this just booming business empire, starting from just simple beauty videos filmed in her bedroom.
Yeah.
But this isn't just like a timeline of what happened.
Yeah.
We're going to explore why it matters and what we can all learn from her journey.
Right.
Zoe Sugg, for those who might not know, is a British YouTuber, author, and entrepreneur who basically became a global phenomenon
Right.
in the early 2010s. Millions of followers,
Yeah.
countless products, and a lasting influence.
How does she do it?
It's really interesting. What does her success say about the power of online platforms?
I think what's really remarkable is that Zoe's rise really coincided with the rise of YouTube itself. Back in the early 2010s, creating videos showing made-up tutorials or shopping hauls, where you showed off your latest purchases or just snippets of your daily life, that was brand new territory. Zoe was one of the first to tap into that, and her channel, Zoella, absolutely exploded in popularity.
Now, plenty of people were making videos back then, but Zoe really stood out. What do you think was the secret sauce that made her connect with so many people so quickly?
I think one word: authenticity. Sure, her videos were well made and, with this charming, whimsical aesthetic that people loved. But more importantly, Zoe let people in. She talked about her anxiety. She didn't shy away from being vulnerable. And that really resonated with her audience, particularly young women. It was like she was giving them permission to be themselves, flaws and all.
That's so interesting because it seems counterintuitive, right? You'd think people want to see perfection online. But Zoe showed that being real, even a little messy, was what people craved.
Exactly. And that authenticity was a key part of building trust with her audience, trust that translated into incredible brand loyalty. They weren't just viewers, they felt like they knew her. So when she recommended products or launched her own line, Zoella Beauty, people were eager to support her.
That Zoella Beauty line was everywhere back then. It seemed like she went from popular YouTuber to a full-fledged business mogul overnight. You remember when things really took off for her, like that turning point where she really hit the mainstream?
It was around 2013, 2014. That's when she hit that coveted 1 million subscriber mark on YouTube. Suddenly, major media outlets were taking notice. She was appearing on talk shows, and that's also when the Zoella Beauty line launched. It was a really strategic move, tapping into her beauty expertise and leveraging her online popularity to create a tangible product. But there's something else that happened during this period that I think is really significant.
Okay, let's hear it. What else was going on?
In 2014, Zoe published her debut novel, Girl Online. It became the fastest-selling debut novel in UK history.
Wow, she wasn't messing around. But it's more than just a cool fact, right? This book has something bigger about her influence and her audience.
Absolutely. Girl Online wasn't just a beauty book. It was a young adult novel that appealed to a much wider audience. What this showed us is that Zoe's brand wasn't limited to just beauty tutorials and product reviews. She had crossover appeal. She could tell stories, and her audience was ready to follow her wherever she went.
It's proof that she was building something much bigger than just a YouTube channel. She was building a brand, an identity that people connected with on multiple levels. So we've got the booming YouTube channel, a wildly successful beauty line, a best-selling novel. But Zoe didn't stop there, did she?
Not at all. Remember that company she co-founded, Zoella Digital?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It rings a bell. But I don't really remember what they did. Was it like an agency for influencers?
It was more than that. Zoella Digital was essentially a lifestyle and content creation brand. This was a really pivotal move, showcasing Zoe's understanding of the business side of things. She wasn't just a face on camera. She was building a lasting infrastructure for her brand.
So instead of riding the wave of just being a popular YouTuber, she was taking control and building a company that would support her diverse projects.
Exactly. It shows incredible foresight and business acumen, which are often overlooked when talking about online personalities.
So she's building this business empire, expanding her reach, all while maintaining a huge online presence. But I know she eventually stepped back from the traditional YouTube grind. What was behind that decision? Was it burnout?
I think it was a combination of factors, partly strategic, realizing she needed to diversify beyond just YouTube. But it was also personal. Zoe had always been open about her struggles with anxiety, and the constant pressure of being online in the public eye can take its toll.
It takes a lot of courage to walk away from something so successful, especially when it's so closely tied to your identity. But it sounded like she was prioritizing her well-being and thinking long-term.
Absolutely. And this is where we see another fascinating aspect of Zoe's evolution. She started using her platform to advocate for mental health awareness. Openly discussing her own experiences and promoting self-care practices, it added a whole new layer of depth to her brand.
That's such a powerful message.
Yeah?
Especially for her young audience. It normalized those struggles and showed that even someone with like a seemingly perfect online life can deal with anxiety and mental health challenges. So she steps back from YouTube, focuses on her businesses, and becomes a voice for mental health. What a journey. What happened next? Did she completely disappear from the spotlight?
Not at all. While she might not be posting daily vlogs anymore, she's still a major force. In fact, stepping back from that constant content creation allowed her to focus on other ventures, like launching her baby brand, Future Bubba, after becoming a mother in 2021.
Future Bubba. What a great name. It's so playful and unique. It seems like motherhood has opened up a whole new chapter for her, both personally and professionally. But before we dive into that, I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier, the visual style of her early videos. You said it played a big role in her success. Why is that so important in the world of online content?
It's all about branding, creating a recognizable aesthetic that sets you apart. Think about it, back when Zoe started, YouTube was a visual cacophony. Everyone was figuring things out, video quality was all over the place. But Zoe had this distinct look. Soft lighting, pastel colors, whimsical decorations. It was aspirational, yet cozy and relatable. It made her videos feel like an escape, a little pocket of positivity online.
It was like she was curating a whole world, not just making videos. And I imagine the consistency helped solidify her brand, made it instantly recognizable in a sea of content.
Exactly. That visual consistency reinforced her message of authenticity and positivity. It wasn't just what she was saying, but how she was presenting it. And that's a valuable lesson for anyone building a brand online. Think about the visuals, the overall feel, the mood you're creating.
It's like building a shop window. You want people to be drawn in, to feel something when they see your content.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Now, on top of this strong visual identity, Zoe was also incredibly savvy when it came to the business side of things. Remember, influencer marketing was in its infancy back then, and she was one of the first to really leverage it effectively.
She wasn't just posting sponsored videos. She was building genuine partnerships with brands, creating products, and ultimately creating her own company.
Right. Launching Zoella Beauty was a brilliant move. It capitalized on her expertise in the beauty space. And because she was involved in every step of the process, from product development to packaging, it felt authentic to her brand. It wasn't just slapping her name on something. It was an extension of her values and aesthetic.
And it was incredibly successful. I remember those products flying off the shelves. But what's even more impressive is that she didn't stop there. She co-founded Zoella Digital, which, as you explained earlier, wasn't just an influencer agency. It was a strategic move to take control of her brand and build something sustainable.
Exactly. It allowed her to diversify her income streams, build a team, and have more control over her content and how her brand was represented. It's a lesson in thinking beyond the immediate platform and building a structure that can support long-term growth.
It's almost like she was building a media empire, not just a personal brand. And it all started with those bedroom beauty videos. But as we've discussed, Zoe eventually made the decision to step back from that constant YouTube grind. What impact do you think that decision had on her brand? Was it a risky move?
It was certainly a bold move, especially when so much of her initial success was tied to YouTube. But I think it ultimately strengthened her brand. It showed that she was prioritizing her well-being, setting boundaries, and refusing to be defined by a single platform.
It also sent a powerful message to her audience, especially young people, about the importance of self-care and mental health. She wasn't just saying it, she was living it.
And that's incredibly powerful. It reinforces her authenticity, her willingness to be vulnerable and lead by example.
And let's not forget, stepping back from YouTube allowed her to focus on other things, like her writing, her businesses, and eventually motherhood. Speaking of which, let's talk about Future Bubba. What's interesting to me is that it's not just a baby brand. It feels like an extension of Zoe's overall aesthetic and values.
You're absolutely right. Future Bubba is playful stylish and emphasizes sustainability and natural materials. It fits perfectly with Zoe's personal brand, and I think that's a key reason why it's resonating with her audience.
She's not just selling products. She's sharing a lifestyle, a way of approaching parenthood that's both stylish and conscious.
Exactly, and it's proof that her influence extends far beyond the realm of beauty and fashion. She's tapped into something deeper, a connection with her audience based on shared values and aspirations.
It's amazing to see how she's continually evolving her brand, adapting to different stages in her life, and always finding new ways to connect with her audience. But I'm curious, What do you think is the most important takeaway from Zoe Sugg's journey? What can we all learn from her, whether we're aspiring influencers, entrepreneurs, or just navigating the digital world?
That's a great question. I think one of the biggest takeaways is the power of authenticity. Zoe built her success by being herself, by sharing her passions, her struggles, and her triumphs with honesty and vulnerability. That resonated with people, built trust, and ultimately created a loyal following that stuck with her through all the twists and turns of her career.
It's a reminder that in a world of curated online personas, being real, being relatable is what truly connects with people.
Absolutely. And beyond authenticity, I think Zoe's journey also highlights the importance of adaptability and continuous learning. The digital landscape is constantly changing, and she's shown a remarkable ability to adapt, to learn new skills, and to embrace new platforms and opportunities.
She's not afraid to evolve, to try new things, and to step outside of her comfort zone.
Exactly. And that's a crucial skill for anyone in the digital age, whether you're building a brand, running a business, or simply navigating your own online presence.
So authenticity, adaptability,
Yeah.
and a willingness to learn and grow, those are some pretty valuable lessons from a woman who started out making videos in her bedroom.
It's a testament to her drive, her creativity, and her understanding of how to connect with people in a meaningful way.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into the world of Zoe Sugg. And I think we've uncovered some valuable insights into what it takes to build a lasting brand in the digital age. But before we wrap things up, I want to get your take on something. We've talked a lot about Zoe's past successes, but I'm curious to hear your predictions for the future. Where do you see her brand going from here?
Well, she's already proven she's a master at evolving with the times. I think we'll see her continue to diversify her business ventures, perhaps leaning into areas that align with her passion for sustainability and ethical production.
That would definitely resonate with her audience, who are increasingly conscious of those values.
Exactly. And remember, she's also become a powerful voice in the mental health conversation. Perhaps she'll create online resources or platforms that provide support and community for those struggling with anxiety and other mental health challenges.
That would be incredible. She's already done so much to destigmatize those conversations. But imagine the impact she could have with a dedicated platform.
Absolutely. And of course, there's the exciting world of future Bubba. I think we'll see her continue to expand that brand, offering innovative and stylish products for babies and young children.
She has such a knack for creating beautiful and functional things. I can't wait to see what she comes up with next. But beyond specific products or ventures, what do you think Zoe Sugg's lasting legacy will be? What mark will she leave on the world of online influence?
I think she'll be remembered as a pioneer who redefined what it means to be an influencer. She showed the world that you don't have to be perfect, that vulnerability and authenticity are powerful tools for building a genuine connection with your audience.
She proved that you don't need to project a flawless image to be successful online. In fact, it's often the imperfections, the real-life struggles that resonate the most.
Exactly. And in a digital landscape that's often filled with noise and artifice, that's a powerful message. She's shown that genuine connection, human vulnerability, and kindness can be incredibly powerful forces, both online and offline.
It's a legacy that will hopefully inspire future generations of creators to embrace their true selves and use their platforms to make a positive impact.
Absolutely. Zoe Sugg's journey is a reminder that success isn't just about followers or profits. It's about using your influence to build something meaningful, something that connects with people on a deeper level.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today. From her humble beginnings as a beauty vlogger to her evolution as an entrepreneur advocate, and Mother Zoe Sugg's story is full of valuable lessons for anyone navigating the digital age.
It's been a fascinating deep dive.
It has. And for you listening, what are your takeaways from Zoe's journey? What resonates with you the most? What can you apply to your own life? Whether you're building a brand, chasing a dream, or simply trying to find your place in this crazy online world. Remember, authenticity, adaptability, and a willingness to learn and grow. Those are just a few of the lessons we can learn from Zoe Sugg. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.